Welcome back to another episode of the Oak Cliff BroCast. I'm one of your hosts, Ricky the Dicky, and I'm here with
The Professor.
And Baby Doughboy.
Krigo.
Krigo.
And the Dick Rider.
I go by Baby Doughboy on here.
Baby Doe.
Baby Dick Rider.
We're out here, baby.
We
We're
out here,
out
baby.
here.
What's up, boys? Ah!
What's up, everybody?
That's what you get, motherfucker.
Welcome back
Welcome
to
back.
episode 14, right?
14.
Happy
14.
Monday whenever you're listening to the podcast.
Happy Monday. Happy Friday tomorrow.
Yeah, for real. Whether you're drinking a cafecito, energy drink, or whatever.
Cafecito or cerveza, güey.
Drink
Yeah,
Miche.
it's 5 o'clock somewhere, so.
Drink
It's 5
Miche.
o'clock. It's past 5 o'clock here.
It's 2 a.m. somewhere in Europe.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. How's y'all week been going so far? Work good? Everything good?
Work
is
steady.
Yeah.
Work steady. It's I'm just trying to get through the week because next week I'm only gonna work 3 days and then I'm going camping.
Camping?
So
Were you going to Oklahoma?
yeah,
Okay.
Oklahoma,
Shit.
Turner Falls.
Your whole family?
Yeah, pretty much. Most of my family.
Is Dina going to end up going or not?
I doubt it.
Oh, okay.
I doubt it because he was saying that next week's gonna be his party and stuff like that. So
Yeah, oh, shit, that reminds me. I got to get his flyer out to him.
Are you going to see Jason Voorhees?
hell
Camp
nah.
Crystal Lake?
I ain't
Is
going to Crystal Lake. I'm
Ain't
going
Crystal
to Turner
Lake.
Falls.
Fuck it, boom. You gonna see Jason up
Crystal
in that?
Lake.
Hell no.
What do you do if you see Jason there? What's the first thing you do?
I'll probably grab my gun and shoot him.
Shoot him. He's gonna keep coming back though.
Nah, he won't
Like
come
the
back.
shit out of him, right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be dumb like them people on the movies and just shoot him in the shoulder and he falls and thinks he's dead. I'm gonna go up to him and blast him in his face like 8 times. Well, I got a 14 round clip, so 14 times I'm just gonna
He's going to do that and then get his machete and just boom,
chop his head off.
leg and everything.
Make sure he'll never come back alive.
behead him and shit.
It can be like that one commercial. I don't know if you've seen it when there's a group of friends and they all hide in the barn instead of going to the car. And
Oh
leaving.
yeah, I think it was Geico or something.
Yeah, it was a Geico Progressive, one of those two. That shit was hilarious, bro.
Yeah.
Like
It's
some
like a
shit people
tribute.
would do. So your week is good too, bro?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good. Yeah, we're kind of talking about it in the car. Oh, big shout out to the Brody right here. He just got a promotion
Oh yeah.
at his job. So shout out to you, bro. I know you mentioned that off the
Yeah,
pod. So
yeah. Yes, sir.
yeah,
Skis.
everything's good at work. Like I said, shout out to you, bro. Congrats, and you really do deserve it. And shit, it's only up from here.
Only
So
up from here.
yeah,
Keep doing the big things. Keep learning, and that's what you gotta do, bro. Like any job that you get, just
try your
try
hardest.
to learn anything, and like I said, anything and everything that could help you in the future with, because you never know. Like you move up and you don't know how to do something, is because you didn't want to learn that before. So if you
Yeah.
learn it, the sooner the better. Then once you move up and you start getting more money, like you already know what the fuck you're doing and you're not lost. But there's people that get a job and they get this position, and they're just like
They're complacent.
Yeah,
Wait.
exactly.
So you got another promotion?
And I got a raise too.
God,
Yeah,
that's
Yeah.
what's
that's
up, bro.
badass.
Hell yeah, congratulations.
It's worth it, bro.
So,
Like I said, bro, a lot of shit, that we do, at least for like the younger side of us, that we go into jobs that people have been there for 20 plus years or so, or 30 plus. Like you said, that's a big thing. A lot of people get complacent, and I think for every job that you get from whenever you're younger, and then you mature and you start going to different roles and stuff like that, learn from different jobs, past jobs, and bring all those attributes. So one, you're a good candidate, and then people don't have nothing bad to say to you. And I mean, I always say don't expect anything, but as you go and treat people good, and you work hard, have a good work ethic and stuff like that, good things start to come around eventually. I know I was telling you about like my situation at work and shit, but it's always it's all about perspective,
Yeah,
and I think the biggest thing for me was that.
Yeah, and I was saying to Diego too, like, I know how to do everything, bro. Like, from driving the semi trucks to sprinters to
Relax,
to
semi.
box-
Certified.
Semi truck?
Yeah, I know how to drive semi.
You got your license?
I don't, but it's not that semi truck that we have is
Huh.
not one of the ones that are required for you to have.
What
the
is it called? A
license.
CDL, right?
Yeah,
CDLs,
CDL.
yeah.
Commercial driver license.
But I don't know what it is, but yeah, that semi truck does not have something that makes
It's like
it
required.
Yeah. So yeah, and then warehouse work to forklift driving to pallet jack, like just computer work, like everything, bro. I know everything.
So you got motion.
So I got motion,
You
baby.
got the motion over there.
Got that motion, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, fuck Kevin.
Man, fuck Kevin.
But yeah.
Well, shout out to you, bro. Like I said, everything's good over here on my side as well. We just got back from running
Yep, that too.
at the Oak Cliff Run Club. That was fun. That's like
Shout out to that.
just something we started doing now. Yeah, it was fun.
That shit was exhausting, but like you got we all.
What was your
we
what was
just
your
pushed through.
experience, bro? Like, what's your take on the first day being out there?
At first it was good. At first, like, cause once we started going halfway through, I started feeling a little more tighter, just because like it's concrete that we're running through, so I felt a little heavier than usual to what I'm used to running. And then once we started turning, that's when I waited for you too. And then we started turning and going up the hill. That's when it started hitting more. I was like, fuck, that fucking
like,
hill
no
is
mames,
crazy.
right?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I had to walk a little bit through that hill because, I mean, that's a long ass run through.
It's steep, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So, other than that, like, I felt good. I fucking sweated a lot, which is usually what I do when I run.
Yeah.
Like you sweat, I sweat like crazy.
Yeah, and like I said when we were over there, it's always nice to have somebody else. I usually work out by myself, but just to have somebody else there, kind of like it motivates me to keep going and stuff like that.
Like if he can do it, I can do it.
Exactly. Man, there's a shitload of people, but we'll be back. If anybody's listening to this episode, if you guys are starting into running or want to do group settings where something's free or not, it's a run club called Oak Cliff Run Club. They gather every Thursday around 7. You get there like 6:30, stretch, and then there's 2 routes. There's a 3-miler and 2-miler, and you just decide which one you want to do. And yeah,
Do you have to pay or anything like that?
No.
Or is it free?
it's free. You just go up there and and it's fun. Like I said, it's fun, and we're also trying to cut some weight too, trying to get ready for our boys' wedding right here. So
Sure.
little things like that. We still got a long way to go, but getting out there is the first step.
It's enough
for sure.
time for us to get where we want to be. So
Yeah, we got till October, so
mm-hmm.
just got to be consistent. But
Shit, I'm ready for that. I'm ready for everything, bro. That's coming in the next couple months.
yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
Before
A
we
lot
get
of
into
fun.
the podcast, though, I wanted to ask. Now that I was thinking about it, where are you watching the fight, Chris?
Oh yeah,
The tank fight.
When is it?
Saturday.
This Saturday night. I ain't got no plans, bro.
Probably off the pod, and we'll probably come up with something. See what's going on because
Yeah.
I just remembered today.
Have you seen any of the press conference?
I saw
little
one.
clips?
I saw the one where he Tank made him flinch real bad.
What's his name? Frank.
Frank Martin.
Frank.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
That boy said, and he goes,
Started flinching hard.
shit.
That
Yeah,
boy Tank's
that's
funny,
that's the
bro.
only part I saw though. I'm not really
But
interested
do you
in
blame
this
him for
fight.
flinching, or you think it's just his normal reaction? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
Because we can't really make fun of him for that, you know?
it's just a
'cause-
reaction.
Yeah.
But I mean, for me, I'm not really
But does that make him soft? Is what I'm trying to say.
no. I'm well. So for me, I'm not really interested in this fight only because I feel like Tank should be fighting.
Someone bigger.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's being a little.
Well, it's like they say he's a protective fighter.
Yeah, he's being a little bitch right now. He doesn't want to fight no one that like holds a title or is a big name because he doesn't want to lose his perfect record. And to me, that's dumb. But
I tell you this though.
to each their own.
I'll tell you this right now, that seeing how Devin Haney performed, Tank is gonna want to push for that.
Yeah.
I can see him
I can
pushing
see
for
that.
that fight at 140, just because he saw Ryan whoop his ass. So now Tank's gonna think like, okay, I'm gonna for sure run through this guy. Like,
You think it'll happen though before the end of 2024?
nah, I could see it happen in 2025 or anything.
Next year?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Tank even said in an interview today that he wants to fight Ryan at 140. He said, "I'll fight him at 140," but
Pinche Ryan.
in Tank's. It can't be in Tank's conditions though, because I think Ryan right now would be the A side. Even though with everything that's going on,
hmm
Ryan has
He sells the fight, bro.
technically Ryan has the A side to
I-
put where he wants it at.
I still think Tank wins that fight, even if they're
140?
fighting
A
again.
rematch? A
Yeah.
rematch? Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so too.
I think Ryan will put up a better fight and not go down by a body punch so soon. But I still think Tank will have that fight,
Okay.
in my opinion.
Interesting. Yeah,
I think it will be like a lot closer fight. The only thing I would say that
I can see it going 12 rounds.
it depends on the fight would be Ryan's patience.
That too.
If he doesn't have the patience and he goes in like the first fight, that the same
gonna
thing
kill it,
that's
yeah.
the same outcome will happen. But
But I would say if Ryan does win in that fight, congratulations, you earned it. I'm not gonna hate on Ryan no more because he earned my respect against that
Haney.
against
Haney fight,
against
yeah.
Devin Haney. He earned my respect, so I'm gonna give him his respect. But I just got Tank in this fight. But if Ryan wins, congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah,
kudos to him.
kudos to you, bro.
For
Yeah.
For sure. But yeah, that's the play. Hopefully tomorrow, the Mavs game, and then that's another another thing going on. We'll get into that
Yeah.
soon. But yeah,
shit.
the whole fight with Tank, I just want to bring that up. But before we start today's topic, I know we're kind of all over the place right now, but go ahead and make sure to follow us on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts.
Mhm.
You know, like, comment, subscribe on our pages and stuff like that. And again, we post every Monday, and just keep up with our socials, man. Whenever we drop an episode every week, and yeah, I think for today we're gonna have a chill episode. It's just us three, internal pod, and I think want to kind of give them a rundown of what we're gonna do.
Yeah, so basically, just today's topic is just gonna be like most debated like topics, questions, however you want to put it.
Yeah.
So are me and Diego gonna debate, or we're gonna
No.
just talk
Well,
about
I
it?
guess let me not say debate, just more
Like,
talk.
how do you feel towards it?
Yeah, pretty
okay,
much about
okay,
certain
okay.
things.
They're like the most like debated, controversial.
Yeah,
questions.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing like anything too serious, anything like
Extreme.
fucking- yeah, it's just something fun, just something
Just to talk about.
just to talk about, see what are your thoughts on some stuff, and yeah.
Cool.
So,
Let's
we
get
start
into
off with some light. Let's go with. All right, let's go with this one. A little funny, but let's go with: should pineapple be a pizza topping? Because a lot of people talk about this. A lot of people talk about should pineapple even be on a pizza topping? Because some people say that there shouldn't be pineapple on pizza.
Before any of us answer that, do y'all, just putting this out there, do any of y'all like ketchup on your shit?
Fuck no.
Ketchup on what?
On pizza?
My dad used to
No.
do that shit.
Okay.
No.
I was like, what
Some
the
people
fuck?
like ketchup, mayonnaise, and all that shit.
You know what I
That
would
shit
say? I have a
disgusting.
homeboy. I'm gonna say his name, George. My homeboy George.
Shout out, George.
That motherfucker right there. So he's hondureño, and
¿Qué onda, maje?
¿Qué onda, maje? And that motherfucker right there eats tamales with ketchup.
There's no way.
That's
Chad.
crazy.
I do that.
No, you don't.
There's no way.
don't tell me that.
Tamales with ketchup, yeah.
Nah,
Nah.
that's crazy. I don't see that mixture. How?
I feel like that would hurt my stomach, bro.
I don't
know.
know. I just
You
do
for real?
it. Yeah,
No, man.
I will admit that. Not the mayo and shit on the other shit.
On
but
pizza, yeah.
Nah.
I eat ranch.
That's
on my
crazy.
Pizza. But no, yeah, I put ketchup on my tamales way.
Nah, I can't talk to you after that one.
I'm sorry. Sorry, I
Nah,
disappointed you.
Nah, just playing. Nah, but anyways, back to the question. So, what do y'all think? Should pineapple belong on a pizza topping? What is your take on that? Whoever wants to answer.
I'll go first. I'll say to each their own, but personally, my taste buds, I don't like anything else other than like pepperoni or beef or sausage or
Mhm.
stuff like that. Maybe jalapeno, but even then, like y'all know me, I'm not.
Too much.
I'll
of a-
say Chris is more Mexican than I am. He likes hot sauce, and both of you actually. I don't really
Yeah.
like fuck with like hot spicy stuff like that. When I was younger, I did, and it's weird, bro. My taste buds have changed a complete 360, and now that I got older, and I don't know, I always kind of eat the same thing. Y'all know what I like. Let me see. Let me test y'all out. What's my favorite sauce?
Barbecue.
Yep, you always get the barbecue.
Yeah. So.
Even that Pluckers, you get the barbecue.
But see, that I wouldn't put on the pizza. That to me, I feel like it hurt my stomach.
barbecue.
Yeah, you never had a barbecue pizza?
Mm-mm.
It's actually pretty good.
There's
Really?
I seen that do like a swirl barbecue.
Yeah.
But
But
I don't mind
I've never-
like trying stuff out, you know.
God.
Back to back. Anyways,
Yeah.
yeah, I feel that.
But that's kind of my take on it.
Okay. What about you?
So I used to be a skeptic about it. I used to not like it. Like, I used to be the person that says, fuck pineapple on pizza. But I've tried it, and it's
shit's-
actually not
It
bad.
slaps.
It
Bro.
slaps, bro. It's not bad.
And I'm
bro.
gonna answer right away with you too. Like, bro, pineapple belongs in pizza. Like,
Fuck Kevin.
fuck Kevin, bro. That shit is amazing, bro. Like, pineapple on
Rating
pizza,
1 out of 10 for both of y'all.
for me is a straight 10. I mean, no, I'm not gonna say 10 because then you're gonna think I'm. Some
You're
people are gonna think
glazing
I'm
that
crazy.
shit.
Yeah, like I'm dick riding that
You're
shit.
glazing
son.
that shit right.
I might as well make an making OnlyFans on that sheet. Nah, I'm just kidding. But I personally think there's nothing wrong with pineapple on pizza. I think it's juicy.
It's not bad.
It's
It
not
has
bad
a
at
good
all.
flavor, bro.
Yeah.
It's like a sweet and salty.
Yeah, you could say that's the perfect way to describe it. So if anything, I believe you should try that shit and give it a little try.
I just can't
Yeah.
the sweetness, bro. I can't wrap my mind around that.
Where
like-
you have it from though?
Like for me,
From
like
Domino's or Pizza
Domino's.
Patrón?
Yeah.
I get it from Domino's.
Ooh, now that I think about it, okay, in Mexico, right? I see the difference in pizza here in the U.S. versus Mexico when it comes to pineapple, because I've had it in Mexico as well, and no me gustó tanto, right? I tried it, but it was just like,
It wasn't the same.
yeah. Do you think pizza here is better, like pineapple pizza, or over there in Mexico? Have you tried it over there?
I've tried pizza over there, but just regular pepperoni. But I have not tried it with pineapple over there.
Mm.
So, but I could say the pizza's not that bad over there. But I think I would still prefer it here.
In here, okay,
It's like saying like tacos are better over there than here.
true.
Because tacos are like fucking delicious in Mexico. Like there's no other better way to have them than in Mexico.
True.
Because they put the aguacate, the fucking salsa, the limon, and everything, bro. That shit's amazing.
all the condiments that go
that
into
shit's
it.
fucking delicious over there.
I think after Chris's wedding, I think going into like 2025, I'll probably try to. One of my things is probably going to try to go to Chicago and also New York.
Bro,
get, like, a
Chicago
deep
is
dish.
beautiful, bro.
Get deep dish
Because
pizza.
remember I went there.
Oh yeah, you did,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I drove over there in 8 hours, straight hours
It was for the concert, right?
for the
JB?
For the concert, JB concert.
JB,
And then,
shout out JB.
It's beautiful, bro. Like to go walk around and
The Windy City,
it's windy, bro. It's super windy.
Cool.
Chicago. Feels good. Chicago.
Oh yeah, I've been there before.
Chi-town.
Yeah, it's beautiful, bro.
I went there when I was like 15, 16, something like that.
You liked it?
Yeah,
pretty cool.
I mean it was nice. We went on the the little river and had that was the first time I ever had deep dish pizza.
It was
Oh,
badass.
bro,
It
the
was
pizza
good.
over
It
there
was
is
good,
fuck.
bro.
Damn,
Pizza over there
bro.
is it's super good, bro.
That's one of my weaknesses, bro. Pizza.
Mhm.
I love pizza.
Yep.
But yeah, I can.
Alright.
I can try it. You know,
Yeah.
I would like if y'all were to get it, and it was maybe like a last resort. I would probably like grab a slice.
You
for
know,
sure.
Domino's has a new style of making the pizza. It's New York style pizza.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they have it's on your options on the app.
I know
I
there's
tried
like
it and
flat
it's pretty good.
Brooklyn. I didn't know that
House,
one though.
And then now
Yeah,
it's the
my
New
bad.
York. Now it's the New York style
Nice.
pizza. That's pretty good. Yeah. So
Real.
y'all let me know. Let us know.
Yeah, let us know what your taste buds are. Like, what's your take?
Does
Does
pineapple
it belong on there?
Yeah. So yeah, let us know. See what it is. All right, next one. Now this one, you have to put some thought into this because I feel like, who knows? I don't know. Let's see. All right. Do video games teach children to be violent?
I'm gonna let Chris take this one.
I'm sorry if
Yeah,
y'all
since
heard,
you're a
if y'all
gamer
heard
more.
that was me sneezing.
Yeah.
It's a man. That's
tough,
it's
right?
a hard, it's a tough
Tough
question.
question.
It's a
Yeah,
tough
it's a tough
question.
question.
Um,
Do you think it just depends on the kid, like the way the
Yeah.
kid is raised?
I think mentally, it's how mentally strong that kid is. Because when you're young, you're naive, you're mental. You know, your experiences that you've learned in the world is not as great. But I don't know. For me, growing up, bro, I started playing shooting games like Call of Duty and what was the other one? There was one game that I started playing on PlayStation 1, and it was a shooting game.
Rainbow Six?
No, it's like Time Stoppers or it's some game like that.
Mm.
And me myself, I never grew up violent. Like I never wanted to shoot, just go out and shoot a gun. I never wanted to do that. So I don't know. I just think a lot of it depends on the person and how strong they are mentally in order to be able to absorb that kind of content and see how they like portray it. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's just my opinion. And my opinion pretty much is I don't know. It's hard to tell. It depends on your mental.
Yeah, I think there's like a lot of factors to it. Like growing up for me, a lot of the times, like if I would play by my like play GameCube or PlayStation, Xbox, or whatever, a lot of times it was like Call of Duty, Gears of War, Halo with my cousins, and I mean I never really got that thought of like, hey, I want to do some shit like that. But I think also taking it away or taking something away from when I was a child is my parents were also very like were very like nearsighted me on like what I was playing, like FIFA, Madden, or something like that. And if they knew the extent of the graphic of what like these
What goes
games
into a
had,
game,
obviously they would like say something. But and I kind of think of it like my point of view. If I were to have kids as well, I think, and to each their own. But I think for me as well, like if I were to have a kid, and I kind of look at it that way, it's also like Chris said, how strong mentally somebody is, and also as a parent, I if I had a kid, I would also, like my parents, just make sure like, you know your kid, or at least to an extent you think you know them, right?
Mhm.
So you try to understand like what they're playing or some things like that. Like I remember my dad, he would always play with me sometimes, like if I had like the games or whatever, and obviously he didn't know what was going
Yeah,
on,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
But he had like common sense to know the concept of a game. If it's a shooting game, sports game, or something like that, right?
Mm.
Or a story mode game, um, like Link and Mario and shit like that. It's
Mhm.
just I'm kind of like with Chris. It's kind of like I don't know, but it's just also being like very aware of your kid, and also like if it's something that you don't want them to play at a certain age or whatever, like you also have the control of not buying them something. And I
Exactly.
think my parents did that for me when I was growing up, and
Yeah.
they gave me the liberty to play whatever I wanted at certain ages. But like I said, for me, my personal experience, I never had the thought of like Chris said, get a gun or wanting to hurt somebody just in general, because of a game. I think more of it was like, I think it helps you like your IQ, like think strategy better, how you go about your days, how you analyze stuff. Like that's what I took away. Like when it came to like FIFA, Madden or whatever, especially like if I play like a story mode game,
Mm.
it's also like how do I defeat the boss, the next boss or whatever,
I feel that.
That's kind of really my take on it. I don't know what yours is.
I think that it also depends who your kids or just the kids in general are around with, because obviously if you're playing with a group of friends, you know, y'all start talking differently now, and then they start putting things into your head that make you think differently, and not only that, but you start playing the game a certain way, and then you start analyzing how it would be if you did that yourself. Like for example, if you steal a fucking car on GTA, you're like, oh shit, what if I do this and in real life and drive off and take a fucking car and then have a police chase,
Yeah, that's true.
Because
I
there's
forgot
there's
about
people
GTA.
that do that to this. I mean, there's kids that probably do it. I'm sure there has been incidents where kids do that and try that, and they do it just to get a 5-star police chase where you have fucking helicopters going after you, and shit like that. So I think that plays a big part, like who you're around with, who
Yeah.
you're surrounded with.
I think
So
kids are mañosos también, bro.
yeah,
Like we were like that too. I remember like if I was playing GTA, my parents didn't like it. So if I was ever around people that would be playing it, like I knew in the back of my head, my parents wouldn't like the idea if they were there in that moment, or if I was with my cousins and we would just like switch it off.
yeah, because I mean, me too. Like my parents, they wouldn't like me playing shooting games.
Yeah.
Because as a kid, not even have a gun, like a play gun. You know how they used to have the
Mhm.
little BBs and fucking shit like that? Like, they wouldn't even let me have one of
Yeah.
those. Like, if I had one, they would just take it away and throw it.
Yeah.
So, I
It's
mean,
just I like
but like I said, it
mentally.
depends on who, how someone is on their state of mind.
Yeah.
And because kids nowadays are, they're,
Shit.
they're a different breed. I'm
Bro,
just letting you know
'cause
right now.
I remember growing up, even with like Xbox, when I would go over with my cousins, we played Call of Duty,
Mhm.
like MW2.
Mm-hmm.
And bro, a lot of those COD lobbies, bro, is just like it now. A lot of shit talking and people saying stuff, and obviously you're a little kid, so
Yeah.
now people don't have like no boundaries,
No
bro.
filter,
They'll
yeah.
tell you whatever the fuck they want to
they'll
say.
they'll be
on
like, I'll
this
fucking
shit.
like, I'll, they'll, you know what I mean? And yeah, they go
Explicit
crazy.
shit. Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I think everybody has their different take on that, but for me personally, I feel like certain games could, teach kids violence in a certain way. So it just, I mean, like I said too, just depends on where the kid is at mentally and shit. So y'all let us know.
Yeah.
And yeah, as we're going through these questions, y'all can,
Yeah. Like I said, there's no right or wrong. It's
yeah,
just like I said,
just
just our opinions.
Yeah. So yeah, answer them. Yeah, give us y'all's take on it. So next one, and I'm just going everywhere with these questions, so it's not like we're going
But
in a certain way. All right, next one. Should men take the first step in a relationship?
as in like what though?
Like, well, no, I guess you wouldn't say relationship, right? I guess you would say like when you're talking to somebody, should you take the first step to
Like engage?
yeah,
Like in the
engage,
conversation
yeah,
and-
dating, like take them, shit like that.
I'm gonna let the engagement talk
The
first.
engagement? Yeah, you
So-
tell us, because how was it with? Because
So
I
should
mean-
they make the first move? Is what you're saying?
Yeah, pretty
like,
much.
Like pretty much to go up and approach a woman and talk to her. I don't say they have to. I don't think they should. I just think it could really go either way. I mean, if you really like the person, go for it. Because if not, you might miss your chance, and then the next day they might find someone else, and then you just lost your chance forever.
Because there's a lot of girls, obviously, that would say, and I'm just hypothetically speaking, like, there's girls that would say, like, men should always be the ones to take the first step.
Basically.
Yeah. So that's
Or
what
pursue.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm trying to. That's where I'm trying to get to. Like, do you feel like men should take that first step?
Well, with me,
That was it with you. Kim was the
okay.
one that
So
asked
with
you, no?
okay, so with me, I would want to say I took the first step
Oh, you did?
because I'm the one that, So her friends used to work at PhD, so the whole time I would always ask them like, "Hey, where's my girl Kim at?" Like
Where's
messing
Kim?
around,
Where's Kim?
like
Where's
you know,
Kim?
trying to show them that I was interested, so that they could go and tell her. But then again, when it came to my cousin's party bus, I just kept staring at her. I wanted to talk to her, but I was scared of rejection, and she ended up
like, "What the
seeing
fuck
me
you
looking at her. Yeah, she saw me looking at her, and then she told me, she was like, come over here, come talk to me. And then ever since then, it's been set in stone.
That boy was like, yo
Que mira,
quiero
cocho.
comerte, yo quiero comerte.
Te quiero
Man,
comer.
fuck Kevin.
Fuck Kevin.
Oh, this shit. I think it should go either way. I don't think the man should always be the first one to make the first. It's like Chris said, like, if you're interested in somebody, you could also make that first step, make the effort. Because I feel like sometimes guys don't really know when a girl likes to,
Yeah.
So you can't, it's not like, yeah, we can make that effort too, but like, if you know that you like or you think this person is good looking, just go after it, and you never know. This person is either gonna say, "I fuck with you," or "I'm gonna reject you," or something. Either way, it goes either way.
For sure.
I think girls should, because if girls want equal rights, I'm just saying, you got to make the same. No.
Clip that.
Clip that.
Clip that check.
Don't cancel me, But no, but yeah, I feel that. I feel it that way.
I thirdly agree. I think to a certain degree, I think to a certain degree, I'll say this, bro. I think in this day and age, like with social media and TikTok and just social media in general, I think there's always like an image that people are like, you have to be portrayed as this, or you have to do this, like you have to be a traditional man or woman or whatever. And my thing is just like, bro, like y'all hit it on the nail. It's like, tomorrow's not guaranteed, bro, or even the same day, a few hours from now, it's never guaranteed. I would say read the room. If you like somebody, shoot your shot. The worst thing they can do is say no, and if they go past the point of that and start looking at you as a weirdo and start recording you, or the shit that we see now on social media, and a lot of times I'll say that girls want that approach, they want that pursue, and they say that, and then a lot of times it's always kind of like, in a way, I feel like sometimes they like contradict it, because then they're out there on social media. I'm not saying all girls, and again, like with all due respect, it's like there's certain girls that always say like, "Oh, men, like I have the ick of men doing X, Y, and Z." And a lot of times, when guys hear that shit, they're like, "Why even try? Why even shoot my shot? If they're already turning me down before I even get there." I've seen it happen countless of times. Shit, I've gotten rejected so many times, and I don't get butthurt or whatever. It's just more of a like, I know who I am, and kind of like on to the next. At the end of the day, like, yeah, if you find somebody attractive, you want to see what they're about, and just your approach is everything. I'll say that your approach, be cool with it, get to know them, read the room. Like I said, some girls might like you to be straight up, straightforward, and get to the point. And some others kind of make you want to work for it,
Yeah.
And I think it's also like how confident you are as a guy, and also for a female. Like females out there listening to a podcast right now, like if you think a guy is cute, like I seen this shit on TikTok or Instagram or whatever. There's girls out there that say like, I find this guy cute, or I see him at the gym, or I seen this guy or whatever. The same thing applies to you. Like, we're not little kids anymore. If you like somebody and you find them attractive, and you want to give it a shot. That's how you're gonna find out. There should be no like I don't know how to say it. Like there should be no embarrassment from it because we're all gonna get rejected at some point.
Yeah.
And it's kind of life. Life is full of taking a chance on people, on yourself, betting on yourself, and I kind of think that's the best way. Is like also build your social skills, know how to talk to people. Don't be on your fucking phone or AirPods in or shit like that, and expect somebody to have a conversation with you when you're not fully attentive. I think a lot of that lacks like after COVID, bro. A lot of people don't know how to have
Socialize?
conversations. Yeah,
Is it? You think it's because people are so into the internet now? Like people are focused into just all the social media shit. You know what I mean?
well, like I said, a lot of stuff, and it's not just girls. It's like guys have a certain way of like approaching things. Like my thing is like, if you're interested in somebody, take that leap of faith, take that chance, talk to them, right? You never know where it can go. Shit, look where Chris is at now. Like, bro, I hope to have that one day. And
Yeah.
I think it's always the best when like you don't expect something. Like it, you try it out, you take your chance and see where it goes. And I think nowadays people are kind of live in fear of that rejection or like, damn, what if they don't like me or like if they don't like you, they don't like you. Shit, it's just like with friends or anybody in general. Not everybody's gonna like you.
Yeah.
Everybody has their set boundaries. Everybody has their set taste in people. Like they like some girls like taller dudes, lighter skinned dudes, more jacked dudes, skinnier dudes, dad bods, like
Fluffies.
cada quien, bro.
Yeah.
Like you can't get mad at people for having their
Having their own likes.
Yeah,
Yeah, their liking,
yeah, stuff like that. But I will say, like once you once you start talking to somebody and you get to know them, like that's where I will say, I guess going like deeper into your question is, set those boundaries, set everything from the get go, to initialize like who you are as a person and where, like what you're trying to get out of life. Because, like I said, for me, for example, right, like if I were to meet a girl, I'm not gonna just tell her like, hey, I want this, and this, but it would just be like more when I would get comfortable with her and stuff like that. I'd be like, hey, this is where I'm at in this point in my life. I don't got time. I don't got time. I don't got time to play games or shit like that. And for me, it's just maturity, bro.
Yeah.
Not getting any younger, and it's kind of like a date to marry. And if it doesn't work out, cool, that's fine. Go separate ways. But we're getting older, bro, to a point where it's like we don't have time to play games and play that guessing shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Fuck all that shit. Because then once you get out that honeymoon stage, bro, and you realize who that person really is, you're gonna like, fuck, bro. Like you start getting pissed off about shit you should have known from the beginning. But that's just my 2 cents. So y'all let us know in the comments what y'all think. Do y'all think guys should be the first ones or females? Again, I think it should be both. If you like them, you have interest in them, shoot your shot.
Yeah, I agree. Both.
Should we take a break?
Yeah,
Take a break.
Take a break.
Let's
Yeah.
do it.
All right. We back from the break.
We're
We're
back, baby. Let's go. Let's get right
Back,
into it.
baby. All right, let's get back to the next question. Everybody ready? Yeah, we Gucci?
Yep.
All right. Next question. Long distance relationships are they the best way to build trust?
I'm gonna let you start with
Yeah,
that.
I'll start with it,
You actually
'cause I
went to
experienced
that.
it.
Yeah, you
I
did.
experienced it in the first couple months of my relationship with Kim, who I am now getting married to.
Sheesh.
And we've been together for 7 happily.
Clip that, Kim.
Clip it, chat. Clip it.
Clip it.
I don't think it's meant to build trust. I just think it's more. Okay, so it's not meant to build it. It just has to be there. So, me and Kim met we started dating in May
Mhm.
of 2017, and then that same year in August, she was gonna go back to college, or she was gonna go to college because she was a freshman going to college, and she was going to college in Odessa, which is 5 hours away from Dallas from where I live.
Fuck.
So it was long distance, and I wasn't really worried about it one bit, because for some reason I knew I could trust this girl, and for some reason she knew she could trust me. So
see,
we didn't really have no issues, and Diego went with me the first time I ever went down there to go see her. Diego went with me.
and I never went back.
Damn. Oh,
That's
Not
crazy.
because of Kim. It's just
That's crazy.
some
Chad.
shit, bro. Like that
shit
shit
went
was Just know that I was in the pool. I was at the pool waiting for like 30, 40 minutes.
God damn.
At one point.
What are you talking about?
What you talking about?
You
Chad?
know what I'm talking
What are you
about?
talking about? But anyways, no, but it was a good time. I mean, did you go the time we went to the tailgate?
I was there.
Yeah, the
I took
tailgate, right?
pictures of y'all when we were there.
When the college had a tailgate?
Yeah, they
That
had a
shit was
tailgate,
badass.
bro.
That's when I met-
That shit was late, bro.
Honestly, that's one of the things I still want to do. Is go
That's
to a
when I
college
met
tailgate.
Vede for the first time. Old boy,
Lalo.
yeah, and Mari and Sam,
Mm-hmm.
right? Yeah, Sam.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but no, I mean, literally, like we started dating in May, so that's like 3 months, 3 or 4 months before she went 5 hours away from me. And honestly, it probably made our relationship probably stronger.
Yeah.
But
Were there times where it was like
no,
hard, difficult?
honestly,
Nothing?
there was no time. It was hard being away from her, obviously, right? Because we just started dating. It's kind of like the honeymoon phase. You always want to be with her, but really, it wasn't hard. Like I had her trust fully. We went to a district a couple times, and she wasn't there.
Oh shit.
And also, I had trust in her, so she did her thing. Like she went to the country clubs that are down there because
Howdy.
Odessa is really like country.
Yeah.
It's like like Monte,
Straight
like
ranch.
there ain't
Out on
shit
the
over
ranch,
there.
out on
Yeah,
the ranch or
there ain't
something.
shit over there. So she did her thing with her friends, and she was in Flocorico. And she got a scholarship for it. That's why she went to college. So so she liked to
Todo,
dance.
mijo, a huevo.
So she liked to dance. So every time they'd go out, they'd be dancing and shit. But she'd be dancing with all of her Flocorico partners. No randoms or nothing like that. So is it a good way to build trust? I'm gonna say yes and no. But is that the reason why we worked out? Because long distance and I trust her, she trusts me. No, it just worked out. So
Y'all were just meant to be.
that's where I'm gonna leave it at.
So you answer this fucking question just to give me a yes or no.
It can go either way.
It
I mean, to
can,
be
it
honest,
can.
No,
hey, that's my
You're right,
opinion.
though. No, you're right.
It could go either way.
Because I also had a similar situation, and this is when we were talking. So I was talking to a girl from Houston.
What's her name?
Can't say that. Can't do that. Can't do that. I was talking to a
Not
girl.
today, buddy.
Not today. I was talking to a girl from Houston, and every 2 weeks I would drive over there. And the first time I went to go meet, it's funny because look, this is how we met.
Mm-hmm.
So I was playing Fortnite. This was obviously, like I said, a couple years ago.
A ver.
And I knew somebody that went to Paul Quinn, and then that dude, he lived in Houston, so he knew some girl that played and whatever. And so the whole point, we started talking in the game, and at first I was like kind of being mean, not really, but and we started talking about, because this is when Marvel had came out with the movie, and I was like, fuck it, I'll go down to Houston and watch it with you if you're down. And she thought I was playing, and she was like, all right, like, yeah, sure, okay. And I told her, all right, well, let's set it up then.
Mhm.
Bro, I kid you not, like the next day or whatever, or the weekend I went over there, and she let me stay at her place. Her mom was cool with it. Me and Anthony went. We stayed in the guest room.
Oh, okay. Now I know.
Yeah. Stayed in the guest room, and her and I went to go watch the movie. So it started from there. We started talking, and it was going cool. It was going good. But I think it depends on everybody, because I know long distance is super hard. So shout out to anybody that's gone through it and has made it through to like where Chris is at right now and is about to get married. Shout out to y'all, because I don't know how y'all do it, but for me, I don't even think it's a trust issue thing. It's more of like, it's just really difficult. I feel like making the drive over there, and
well,
because I feel like she could make those same efforts, which she did actually. One time she drove over here to Dallas just to hang out and be at a party, and she stayed over here one night. So that's how that went. But I don't think I was really feeling it just because I didn't really want to experience that long distance.
Yeah, I get you.
So, but I don't think there was no like trust issues in any kind of way. It was more of, for me, it was just more difficult to try to attempt that relationship to make it happen
Mm-hmm.
because she wanted it, but it was my call was more of like nah,
Not
but,
wasting her time.
Yeah, but I feel like it can build trust though. I feel like it could. Those who really make the effort and want to make that effort, you should, you know,
Yeah.
trust that person to, take wherever the relationship wants to go or wherever.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's my take on that.
I agree. I think that it can build trust, but it also just comes down to the type of person that you are and where you're at in life again.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had that situation of talking to somebody or had like long term, right? And I don't think I would want to. And it's not to say like I wouldn't trust a girl or anything like that. I just think that it's just not in my cards. Like I don't want to.
So you would never try this?
No,
You wouldn't?
no,
Is it because you wouldn't be able to trust that person
not necessarily that, bro. I would just like to have my girl here
all
know?
the time?
Yeah, like
Just-
for
yeah.
example, like
I think that's what it was too with me too. Yeah.
if I had a future girl and I had to drive, like this comes to play with like the driving situation, or I don't even call it situation, just a factor, right? If my future girl, whatever, lived in like Frisco or some shit like that, like I think it's just it's like they say, if you wanted to, they would or whatever. It's the effort,
Mm-hmm.
the thought that counts, and also communication, bro. I think that's the biggest thing. If I ever did try that out, communication would be the biggest thing, and understanding like again where you're at in life, because I think a lot of times it's different when you're like if you were to have somebody here, right, in Dallas, and I guess you're like texting them not like all day, but you have the luxury of seeing them versus like if somebody was far away, you would kind of depend on conversations through FaceTime on the phone, and sometimes some people are a little bit more busier than others.
Mhm.
That can go for the girl or the guy, vice
Yeah.
versa, depending on what like their jobs or their careers are at. And I don't know, I think it can build trust, but it also just depends on the person that you are as far as if you really want that, and
Yeah.
it's nothing bad if you don't want it. Like it's just everybody has their own cards. Like they rather be able to see that person here, and it'd be a different story. Like if I had a girlfriend and she had like a business trip or whatever, like legit had a business trip and had to go to like say Chicago or New York for work, and I knew she had to go there for like X amount of weeks or a month, right? I think it's just you build that trust, that communication is key, bro. You got to talk. At the end of the day, like
Yeah.
you got to know who that person is.
And honestly, it's not even about the money neither, because
Mhm.
money comes and goes, But it's like you said, it's where you stand in your life at that moment, to where you feel like it's either gonna work or you just don't want to put yourself in a situation like that. So for me, it was more of like where I was at that time, and I felt like, like you said, I want to be with somebody that's here constantly. You know what I mean? At that time, I was just like, I want to be with them constantly.
Mhm.
I can't. It's just more harder to be away from somebody that you probably would care about or something like that. So
Yeah. And
Yeah.
like to that point, like I don't mean like having somebody here either and just like hovering all over them all day,
Oh,
every
yeah,
day,
yeah.
type shit. But as far as like being able to see them and going on random dates, being spontaneous, like I think you can also do that in a long term relationship. You can be randomly like surprise your girl, whatever, or vice versa, your girl to the boyfriend, and do surprise trips and get the family involved if you're like that deep into the relationship. Um, Also like anniversaries or whatever, you can send over tips, treats. Like there's so many there's so many different ways, bro, to be creative to show somebody
Mhm.
that you appreciate them. And long distance, like I said, it's just not for me. And shout out, like Ricky said, shout out to everybody who actually does do that and makes it work and continuously makes it work, because shit, man, it can get difficult. And I've heard stories about it before. And like I said, I've seen it with Chris, and although Kim is back here now, and they've always been good, but like I said with Chris, I think Chris has always been a very like he knows who he is, and he's never gonna like betray Kim even from the get go. Like he knew it. They both knew each other's intentions, right? That's what I thought, and they made it work. So that's kind of the where it goes. Now they're engaged.
I feel it. Congrats to that brother again. So
Let's get
happy
it.
for y'all. All right, next one. Exes can be friends. Can you be friends with your ex?
I'm gonna let you take that one first, bro. I'm gonna let you take that one first.
Shit. I don't know. I think it really just it's more of where you stand with somebody, Yeah, it really could just be where you stand with somebody and how it ended. So
But are we talking about like if you're already in another relationship or you're just single?
no, I think if you're just single, like
If you're single, I don't think it's an issue, but it also depends on
what
like
about
what
if
your
you're
boundaries
what about
are.
if you're in a relationship? Can you be friends with your ex?
Then that girl, your ex, it's hard, bro, because there's no. Man, don't come at me either. I just think like, bro, I haven't been in a relationship in 7 years.
Yeah, I feel you.
But if I had to have a girlfriend, she's also the main priority, So her feelings are valid, and if she feels some type of way, and she were to come at me and be like, hey, like, that's your ex, like, I don't feel comfortable about this, and this, like, I have to respect her, because I would also, if I felt the same type of way, bro, or felt like iffy about some shit, I would like communicate that with her first, Then I think that if you continue to do that, then that's where that boundaries,
where they stand.
yeah. So I think, I don't, damn. It really depends.
Like I said, it depends where you stand with that person. But
Yeah.
at the same time, I feel like my answer would be a straight no, just because things won't. I mean, things wouldn't be the same, right? Or
Yeah,
I don't know.
because I think like that person was in your life at one point, whether it was good or bad or how it ended, right? They're an ex for a reason, and they can always be cool. Like they're not bad people, whatever, right? Or whatever they did, bad or good. But I think that you move on, and you don't want to initiate that awkwardness or that feeling to your person, when you're in a relationship, and vice versa. You wouldn't want that shit onto you, right?
Yeah.
So I think that I think I'm in the same way. Like I don't think you should, but it's also on that person to not cross that boundary. Like if somebody sees you, bro, and you're in a new relationship, and they're trying to DM you or like your shit or trying to get like some form of like contact with you, and they know you're with somebody and it's serious, then they're also disrespecting you and your other person, because they don't give a fuck. So
Yeah.
I can see that side of, you shouldn't be friends with an ex. Now, if you're friends with like a female and y'all been knowing each other for a long ass time, but you're cordial with it, and there's nothing there, and there's been history of,
Completely nothing. Yeah.
there's no history of you ever like liking that person, then I think you should be cool. I think there's ways to be,
like you said, boundaries.
yeah, there's
yeah.
ways to be friends with other like different sex genders, but it's all about respect and letting your partner know. And again, if they communicate something to you and tell you they don't like it, respect them, vice versa. That's my take.
What about you?
I would say if you're single, it's okay to be friends with your ex. But if you hop into another relationship after your ex, no, it's not okay.
What if this ex comes out of nowhere and just like says, "Hey, Chris, like, how are you doing?"
Fuck
Blah,
no.
blah.
Out of
And then-
nowhere,
and then-
especially. What you mean?
And then she becomes cool with Kim or something.
Nah,
at that point, could you-
that would never
But
happen.
No,
but Kim knew about her before, prior, or
No, well,
or
yeah,
they
probably,
just
yeah.
met out of nowhere, and then somehow it
Yeah,
turns
they-
out
yeah,
that
yeah, like
I
that,
mean,
huh?
they knew of her, but they knew I had an ex, but they don't know.
But what I'm saying is, like, what if they
personally
just
and
met
shit.
out of nowhere and like?
I guess in the scenario,
Oh,
Ricky's
so
saying like if they met each other,
if they became friends before I even knew about it.
or
Is that
no,
what
no,
you're
no,
saying?
no.
No.
I guess how he's trying to word it is like if your ex and Kim somehow met each other
Uh-huh.
without you even knowing, and then
Uh-huh.
one night, say like you were out and we were at like, it don't even have to be at the club, bro. It can be like PhD,
Uh-huh.
and your ex comes, and without you knowing, like at all knowing, and Kim's like, "Oh yeah, I'm bringing my homegirl," and she gets there, and that's your ex, like,
What happens in that
Yeah.
in that moment? What do you? What's the
because
first
he
thing
really
you gonna
can't
say?
like it's nothing to him because
No,
he
yeah,
didn't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
you
Well,
know
in
what
that
I'm saying?
moment, it'd be obvious. I mean,
Yeah.
it'd be obvious to everybody involved.
How would you handle it though? Like,
Yeah,
would you pull Kim aside, like, hey, or would you?
Why pull Kim aside when they both when I know and my ex knows who we are? So
True.
I'm just gonna tell Kim straight up. I'm like, hey, that's my ex right there. I don't know if you know that.
I could
That'd
see
be
Chris
crazy.
doing that
I
shit,
mean
bro.
that. I mean, be real. Why would you pull her to the side if me and myself already know that she's my ex,
Mhm.
and she already know that she's my ex. Once we see each other, it's gonna be obvious. We're gonna give that awkward look, like
Yeah, that's true.
what
yeah.
the fuck are you doing here?
Yeah, that's true, bro.
You know?
I
So
feel it.
yeah,
Man, that'd be crazy. That'd be fucking crazy. What are the chances of that happening?
Yeah, I agree with Chris though.
Yeah,
If-
yeah,
like
I
for
feel
me,
that.
like
Mhm.
a lot of time, like even now, bro, I don't really find myself being friends with my exes. But if they were to ever like reach out, like I'm very cordial about shit.
Yeah.
But I don't let them in at a certain like barrier, you know. Like I keep a lot of shit private from them because a lot of times I've had it where, again, they're exes for a reason. Sometimes I've said shit and it's come to light, you know, where it's like it was something personal. But that's just a different conversation. But yeah, if you're single like myself, go for it, whatever. Uh, just know your intentions or whatever, and their
Yeah.
intentions. And if you're taken, shit, don't even go that route, bro. Save yourself the headache and the trouble for sure.
Oh man, that's crazy. All right, so I got like 4 more. Do y'all want all 4? Or you just want 2 more? 1 more?
Two,
2 more.
2 more.
Two.
All right, let's do
Yeah.
2 more. All right,
make them juicy.
make them juicy, baby. All right, should drinking be lowered to the age of 18?
Shit, it's already in Mexico.
Shit, it is right now. They start at 5 over there.
I don't
They're
know.
5.
It's
What?
risky because you don't know how people are gonna act. But also, if you could go fight a war at 18 and die, and you should be able to drink.
It should be normalized.
Yeah,
I think so. Because in Europe, what is that? 16, no?
I don't know. I don't know
16?
Europe, but I know Mexico's 18.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Shit, well, Mexico, they start really young, regardless. They don't give a
Shit.
fuck
¿Quieres
over there.
una? ¿Quieres una?
¿Quieres una
Chela?
cheve?
You want una chele?
What about you?
I have to agree with Chris. I mean, it just, I don't know, bro. Because some people really say like you don't fully develop into a certain age
Mhm.
and stuff like that.
I was just about to say that. But like everybody, it just
Mhm.
depends on someone's body how they
Yeah.
can take it in. Because I mean, who knows what this person's going through or whatever, and and they drink and they fucking just go crazy and
Berserk.
they, and they.
But
Crash
it's
at a
like,
young
yeah,
age
I
and
think
shit
also
that.
like who you're around, your surroundings, and again,
And
that
how
also
you do
goes.
it, how
that
you-
also goes back to being young. Like, if you're someone easy that's easy on temptation, and is led to like joining the crowd, or you want to be with the crowd and shit just to fit in, then don't. I don't like advise it, but I mean, there's like realistically, bro. There's people that do drink, illegally before 21.
And even
and,
younger, yeah.
yeah.
Like,
So
you see it even at a younger age right
it's
now.
sad, but I mean, it's life, bro. Like it's there,
Do you think there would be less accidents of like younger kids that drink at a young age than if they were to like make it legal to drink at the age of 18? Or do you think that it would still be the same outcome or just much as worse?
It's hard to say. Honestly,
Yeah.
it's hard
Yeah.
to predict, but I don't know. It's hard to predict.
Yeah.
But I mean, it could be. It won't be. It could be. I mean, it all depends.
Yeah, because if I knew like statistically wise, like how many car crashes are in a year below like a
You
certain
would go based off that.
Yeah, but I think, and don't quote me on this. Like I don't know. I feel like there's more of that when it comes to like heavy drugs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I could be wrong. Again, don't quote me on that. But if I knew like the stats and shit on drunk driving versus like heavy drugs and stuff like that, then I could kind of get like a perception about like how that goes. But I don't know. There's
Yeah.
it's kind of tough to answer that.
I would say no, just because I feel like they still do it regardless. So it doesn't matter. If you do it at 18, you're going to have kids doing that at 16, 15. So,
Yeah,
I
I guess like that's true because it's
put it
also
in
like
that way.
your upbringing, right?
Yeah,
like you might have
exactly.
people that you might not have the best like
Mhm.
family household, and you might go to your friend's house and they might be as worse or toxic, and they don't give a fuck. Like their parents aren't your parents, and they're like, have a beer, or somebody else can hand you something, and it's up to you
Yeah, exactly.
to take it or
that,
not. Yeah. So
Because I mean, think about it. Nowadays, you have kids at the age of 13 smoking weed, which is, I'm not saying weed is bad, right? Because it's normalized now everywhere.
should be legal.
Yeah. So, I mean, just think about this generation. Like, kids drink at a younger age now. They smoke at a younger age than what we did, probably. And I'm just speaking for myself. I don't know. I mean, everybody else started at a different age, but like it's normalized,
Mm-hmm.
And so for me, it's just more of like, I don't think at what age you put it at, it's gonna happen at a younger age regardless. So if you leave it at 21, you're still gonna have that 18-year-old, 19-year-old going to still drink and finding a way to drink. If you put it at 18, you're still gonna have a 16, 17-year-old, 14-year-old still trying to find a way to drink. So I think it won't, it shouldn't be.
Yeah, there's like different
Lowered.
factors and building
Yeah.
blocks to all that shit for sure.
So yeah, that's my take on that one too. So
¿Qué es la última?
La
What's
última,
the
la
last
última.
one?
all right, last one. Fuck it. So, do you wet your toothbrush before or after applying the toothpaste? Because people do it differently.
You said before or after?
Yeah, before or after.
I do
so
both.
Do you apply it before or after?
I do both.
I do both too.
Yeah, I do both.
So
do
I'll
both?
rinse it first, apply the toothpaste, wash my mouth, and
And
then
then
I'll And sometimes even whenever I have toothpaste in there, I'll rinse it again just to kind of get it. It's already moist, bro, but I'll do it again and just it's kind of like a double take, making sure that my teeth feel good. They don't feel like nasty and shit. The bad breath. I'll
Yeah,
get like
yeah.
my tongue and my gums and shit,
Go
and
in,
then I'll
you
rinse it
deep
again.
throat that shit.
Then I'll
go.
I'll rinse it again and kind of just leave it at that.
This shit. I do the same thing. I do both. I don't know because I think there's people that do it differently too. Some people just straight put toothpaste and just brush your teeth like that. Technically, there's a saying. I mean, I read it the other time, but apparently, after you're brushing your teeth, you're not supposed to mouthwash it, put water in
Gargle?
your mouth.
Gar-
Yeah,
gar-
gargle the
You
toothpaste out.
I've heard
you
that
can
before.
put
You're just
mouthwash.
supposed yeah, no,
You're just
I'm
not to
talking
have no
about-
liquids.
No, I'm talking about like you're not supposed to put water in your mouth
Yeah,
to rinse
rinse it out,
You're
yeah.
supposed to just leave it there.
Like keep it.
Mm.
Oh shit.
That's what I heard, and I don't know. And I've tried it before, and it's pretty. I mean, it works pretty good. I think it's probably the same thing to be honest, but
Yeah.
everybody has their own way of doing it. But yeah, I do both. Y'all let us know what y'all do. But so you said both the same thing?
Yeah, because I feel like when your toothbrush is sitting there all day and then you decide to brush your teeth at nighttime, you got to rinse it off a little bit just to clean it,
Yeah.
just to like
You never know if that's
refresh it.
coming,
All that excess.
Yeah,
and shit
all the
that might be
air,
there.
all the dust in the air, and
Yep.
shit like particles in the air
all
and
your
shit
piss
like
stains
that.
going up in the air. And shit like
Yeah, pee stains. Yeah, technically,
Mhm.
real talk. They say that men should pee sitting down only because when you piss standing
It
up,
spreads everywhere.
it spreads all your piss germs everywhere, and it goes it circulates into the restroom and
Mhm.
gets on your toothbrush and on all your shit. So, yeah, I rinse
Yeah.
my toothbrush off, put toothpaste, brush my teeth, or I rinse it off and then I put toothpaste and then I wet the toothpaste too,
Mhm,
Yeah.
I do that.
just
There
because I
you
like
go.
to make
do
it
that.
more like
Mhm.
liquidy.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Or you like that wet?
That wet, wet. I
Yeah.
like that wet, wet.
to add on that shit, bro. I think also don't quote me, but I think I've heard before, like even with leaving the tapa open, the toilet seat
Mhm.
after you take the number 2, not
When
to
you
get
flush it,
yeah when
Oh,
you
it's-
also
it out
when you
too.
flush
when
it,
you flush or you leave the lid open, just in general,
Mhm.
like say all day, a lot of that shit can be like
Yeah,
spread
spit it
out
out, yeah.
into the
Yeah.
air.
Yeah.
So that can go to like your face, your eyes. Like you don't think about it, but it's just like
Eat
polvo.
that shit.
It's just
Fuck.
gonna be it's gonna be all over and shit like
Mhm.
that.
Yep.
Damn. That's nasty.
Let me see 2 of the other questions real quick
All right, hold up.
before we close out today.
Before we close out,
What's the last 2? Let me
We'll
see.
give short answers. Just ask it. We'll give short answers. We got time.
I'm gonna show Chris and then we'll decide.
The last two.
the last two,
Yeah, the last 2.
I want to do the second to last one.
Oh, the
The
zoo.
zoo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do that one. Well, end
Alright.
off on that one then.
All right, last one. All right. Should zoos be banned?
I say 100% yes.
Why?
Only because
Speak on it.
I'm a person that stands for like animal cruelty because I have 4 dogs, bro, and I could not imagine like abandoning them or abusing them or anything like that. Because I've seen videos on TikTok, I've seen videos on YouTube where like people just dump dog and then they
That's
drive
sad, yeah.
off and then the fucking dog is chasing after them.
That's
Like where the fuck are you going? They're so fucking confused. Like honestly, I feel like we don't deserve dogs in this world because they're so sweet.
They're so human-like.
They're so sweet and wholehearted, bro. Like they don't understand when they fuck up, or they don't understand if you're abandoning them and they don't know what's going on. They just think you're gonna go for a vacation real quick and come back, But that goes for all animals in this world. And I think zoos should be banned, but I do like the concept of a safari, like the drive safari.
Oh, the open.
Yeah,
open
where the
air.
animals are. I mean, I'm not gonna say they're free because I think they're still,
They're still kept in.
they're still kept, but they have more room to run around and
more freedom, pretty
more
much.
freedom
yeah.
to do what animals do. When in zoos, they're trapped in a cage. And bro, I can tell you honestly, I haven't been into a zoo in like 10 years, bro.
Yeah.
10, 15 years. It's been a long time. Because I just don't like it, bro. I don't like the fact that animals are trapped like that. I don't like the fact that we use them for entertainment because that's not
Yeah.
what they're meant for. They have a greater purpose in life, and they should be able to live that purpose.
I guess you put it as like, what if they did that to us? What
Exactly.
if we were held?
It's like
Exactly,
you're being
bro.
enslaved, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
You're being enslaved, and it's like kind of a form of like mockery.
Yeah.
You're being paid for a form of like Chris said, entertainment. And
Yep.
And it's sad to say because I mean I've been to zoos, so obviously
we've all been
I mean,
there,
Yeah, not too
you
long
know?
ago, I've been to one too because I took the kids, and so yeah, it's sad seeing animals there because that's not their natural freedom, their natural habitats and shit like that. So because it's like they gotta wait to eat, they gotta and I'm sure they leave something there, obviously, right? But like animals are naturally to explore
Yeah.
and.
that's not their natural
hunts
habitat.
For, whatever they need to hunt for.
I think honestly, the most sad thing I've ever seen was a former it's SeaWorld.
Oh, when
Like
the
a SeaWorld
trainer
trainer?
died?
Yeah.
Well, not when the trainer died,
Oh,
because
which
that I
one?
mean that's sad too. But
about
they
the whales?
there was like an old SeaWorld or a old something where they had like a orca whale in
Mhm.
the little tank, and the orca whale has been abandoned there for like 10 something years with no food, no interaction with anything. They just left it in the tank when they all left, bro.
What the?
And
fuck?
that's the most fucked up thing that you can ever do to.
I've never seen that one.
Yeah, bro, it's fucked up, bro.
I need to look
They
that
just
up.
left it there, and they all abandoned the park. No one goes there no more, so it don't eat. It don't have any kind of interaction with nothing. That's like starving an animal to death, bro. That's animal abuse.
Animal cruelty.
Animal
Yeah.
cruelty, bro. It's
That's
fucked up.
insane, Yeah.
Yeah, and you have like some people, bro, like as well, come on, like se pasan, bro. That's the shit that does piss me off. Like Chris said, like we don't deserve animals, bro. Because
We
like,
don't.
you have some people, bro, pinche mañosos, bro. I fucking hate that. That shit pisses me off, bro, and it strikes a nerve. Like when you have people go to like zoos, bro, and I seen a clip of this. I'm not sure if you guys seen it. Like I think it was like an older lady or some shit, and it was like a I'm not sure if it's the right word, like a tempered glass or some shit like that.
Mhm.
And
Oh,
had
tempered glass.
and it had a gorillas on the other side, and she was like mocking them, obviously, but she was like calling them, But if people were saying like just imagine like if the glass wasn't there, bro, what would happen? And it's just, some shit like that, bro. Like it pisses me off because I'm like, I just don't like the concept of like now, especially now that we're older, right? And then we have animals and stuff like that, and how much we care for them, and especially being an adult, bro, in your 20s, and you understand what it means to have like a furry animal or just an animal in general. And when I see people do shit like that, bro, and it just kind of like making fun of them, like mocking them, and it just rubs me off the wrong way, bro. Because I've seen videos like that, like Chris said, of dogs running and chasing their owners' cars, and they have no clue, bro, and they're so happy, bro, like all the time, like I always say it too, like when I come back home from work or I can be out with you guys or whatever, and majority of the time, like my dogs don't know where I've been at, but my first instinct, they hear my car, and my parents open the door, bro, they're running straight to me, and cariñosas and stuff, and giving me kisses and stuff, and it's just like, bro, like I don't know, I love dogs, I love animals in general, and everybody has their form of, how they treat them, but like I don't think you should be exhibiting like animals like that for
Entertainment.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think it's right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I feel the same way. Fuck that. Yeah, I
Y'all
see
let
it.
us know what your take is
Yeah, y'all let us know
on that scenario, and then also the other questions that we
that we've asked. Yeah.
yeah, we asked tonight.
So that'll conclude today's topic.
Yeah,
So appreciate y'all giving y'all's take on these
for sure.
some of these debated questions. Like Diego said, let us know. Try to interact with us and give
Yeah,
us your thoughts on it. So
let us know, and let us know how you like this our internal pause, man. I enjoy when it's us three. I say we really enjoy when we have guests as well, but it's different perspectives and different things like that, where you kind of makes you think a lot about like stuff going on in the world, and also challenges you to like who you are, your what you see going on in the world.
Yep.
But yeah, let us know your thoughts on the comments about everything. And again, there's no right or wrong. Just we want to chat with you guys and all. And yeah, that'll conclude today's episode 14.
Yep.
Did I want to do a quote or
I guess no quote today.
Yeah, no quote
no
today.
quit?
Yeah, no quote.
No quick.
No quick.
quote.
No
No
quick.
quick.
No quote today.
If you made it this far into the podcast, though, drop what emoji?
Drop the heart emoji for
Yeah.
Pride Month and mental health awareness
Yeah.
month.
Show some
Spread
love.
some love, man. Be a good
Mhm.
person out there. Check up on your peoples.
Yep.
But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in to episode 14. Follow us on our socials, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hopefully you like this episode, and we'll catch you guys in next week's episode. And we're out.
Maybe, let's go.
Peace.
Peace.